This is a pocket knife every scout should have. This is a knife no scout should have. And this is an introduction to pocket knife safety in 5 minutes or less. A pocket knife is one of the most important items a scout has. Whittling and wood carving, cutting rope, twine, and cord, and even making tinder to start an emergency signal fire because someone got lost. The pocket knife does it all. But with great usability comes great responsibility, and that's what you're here for. Firstly, the blood circle. The principle of this is very simple. Whenever you have a pocket knife open, make sure that you are at least an arm's length away from everyone else. Remember to use the arm not holding the knife to check this. Next, when handling a knife, always cut away from yourself. A responsible scout knows to never cut towards themselves, or that responsible scout might become a hospitalized scout. Whittling a branch, cut away from yourself. Cutting some rope, cut away from yourself. But wait, suppose you drop the knife. What's the best way to catch it? After all, you certainly don't want to hurt the blade. A. Catch it by the handle. B. Maybe catch it by the blade. Or C. Use the force to levitate it.
That's right, none of the above.
Do not try to catch the knife. Never try to catch a dropped knife, or you might just catch a serious injury. Of course, the pocket knife isn't the only tool a scout should be competent with. Need to cut logs into firewood? Use a saw. Need to turn that firewood into kindling? Well, use a hatchet. Remember to practice simple safety measures with these too, especially using the blood circle with hatchets. Now, counterintuitive as it may be, a dull knife is actually much more dangerous than a sharp knife. The dull blade requires far more effort to cut or carve with, making it far more likely for the knife to accidentally slip and cause injury. Thus, a responsible scout always keeps their knives sharp with a whetstone. But what is a whetstone? Well, it's a stone, specifically this kind of stone. Sometimes it's wet, sometimes it's dry, but always it sharpens. Just hold the blade at its natural angle against the whetstone and carefully sharpen, not applying pressure, but just gliding the blade against the stone. Whetstones can be soaked prior to sharpening for better results, but that's less for pocket knives, more for kitchen knives. Saws require sharpening too, but that's a bit complicated, and this is meant to be a simple overview for anyone not yet familiar with pocket knives. Of course, in order to use knives, saws, hatchets, and other tools in Scouts, you need to earn a specific patch, the Totem Chip, which grants the right to carry and use wood tools on camping trips, meetings, or other Scout-related activities. Earning the patch is a simple process and should be completed soon after joining a troop for any Scout. The requirements are: 1. Read and understand wood tools' use and safety rules from the Scouts' BSA handbooks. 2. Demonstrate proper handling, care, and use of pocket knives, saws, and axes. 3. Use a knife, axe, and saw as tools, not toys. 4. Respect all safety rules to protect others. Followed by 5. Respect property. Cut all living and dead trees only with permission and good reason. And finally 6. Adhere to the outdoor code. In other words, understand how to safely use wood's tools and treat them and anything you'll be using the tools on with respect. The outdoor code is a set of guidelines to practice in scouting, which are as follows. As an American, I will do my best to be clean in my outdoor manners, be careful with fire, be considerate in the outdoors, and be conservation-minded. Knowing that is the final piece of earning your Totem Chip. There's plenty more to know about being safe with the above mentioned, but you'll learn that on camping trips and meetings. For now, keep this knife safety lesson in mind as you begin your scouting journey.